It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And Jones will go in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 83 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust.
Cordell Patterson. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 26. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, Patterson. And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done. That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers' first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Great impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
To throw, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Prater's kick is good. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. You look at this Carolina defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir. Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off. Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
20, TX.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Emmanuel Agba that time able to drop him for a loss. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to widen their advantage. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The Cowboys offense, it'll stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Hey, watch it, Oscar. Load, load.
Tua going to try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And, Charles, you look at these 2 teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. That is caught. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? Yeah, he used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 61 yards. And the Panthers are back within a score. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will shrink to 6. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now an option play on 2nd down. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
In motion, Hill. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this to Elliott. And they do get this across midfield to the 49. A small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's trying to get as much as he can. And, boy, a lot's going to depend on the spot. But they're going to give it to him. He needed 5. He didn't get much more than that. But it's enough in a 1st down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. They keep on the ground with Elliott. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air and while ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Tua sets up to pass it. Open man, that's Hill, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now here's the former Panther, had some great years with him. It's Christian McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Okay.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
Get to the line!
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 2-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they've got 2 for 2.
DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fighting through, and he's got space. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Fournette. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
44, ready.
2 now on first down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Evan Ingram from 21 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Young Wei Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from...
There he goes, left side.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Prater for the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Tua going to throw.
hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Dallas.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
All right.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Elliott going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Fournette is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Hey, number one.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it and let your linemen surge and fire out.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved. Cordero Patterson. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. 133 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw his Carr. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Panthers. DJ Moore. His way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
20, TX.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10.
Hey, 21, TX.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
First down, Cowboys.
Now Tua. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
A gain of 15. First down, Dallas.
Looking to pass. Tua. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
21G.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Finds his running back. It's Leonard Fournette with it. Touchdown, Cowboys! Leonard Fournette as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin in the AFC North. Longtime rivals colliding. Pittsburgh heading east to take on Cleveland. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Sean Kaiser, a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we'll head to Green Bay. Check out the Packers at home, Lambeau, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. Alvin Kamara, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the...
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. A short throw to Ingram. And running with power here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First down, Dallas.
Tua to throw again. On target over the middle to Hill. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Now Tua signaling to change things up. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Tua. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Carr now to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's Tony. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Inside give to Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Taken down back at the 42.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
In motion, Hill.
Turbo 1, high. 21G, 21G. 20, TX. Ready, shot.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And goal at the 3-yard line.
Turbo 1. Hey, 21, TX. Solo left Zion. Hey.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hey. Watson, Oscar. Corner, long. Scat.
From the gun, it's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Odell Beckham from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Hey. Let's go. Long. Solo left Zion.
They'll look to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he is really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Carr now on 1st down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
East right, no. 21G, 21G. 20, TX.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's caught at the 1. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Youngway Koo is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
White.
Throwing now is Carr. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Straight ahead, Patterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
At the Cowboys' 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to claw one back. Prater for the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
31.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times,
and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He targets Ingram for another grab. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Two yards left on second down from the 9. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Again, it's Fournette. A nice little juke. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
Ready, shot. Hey, long. Ice jam. Solo left Zion. Ready.
Tua sets up to pass it. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
All right, fellas, listen up.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Carr now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Here comes Tony on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Now he's loose again. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 60 yards. And the Cowboys are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead.
Watson, Oscar.
They'll try and throw for it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Micah Parsons in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. A chance here on this drive to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark.
Throw him the ball. Throw him the ball. Forget analysis, all right? Let's just root a little bit here. Get him the football and get past that 200-yard mark.
Boy, you want that. You seem excited.
I know, and it's really weird because normally I want guys to intercept the ball.
Right.
All right? I want them to knock it down. In this case, he's been fun to watch.
The former DB rooting for the wide receivers. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 33. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the deep...
They've got his man complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Odell Beckham. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Cowboys add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Let's go.
Tua going to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is all.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead. One
of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Look at the big fella go. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Fournette running right. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Hey, 21 TX. Solo left Zion. Hey.
Now Tua. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Tua on 4th down. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, Dallas.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying...
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all of this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me the front lines. You never mind. Getting money.